What is going on, everyone? Nostalgia 925 coming at you with a very special video. If I were to see you face to face, I would actually tell you that you'd rather sit down, as we are going to tackle something extremely interesting that for some might appear to be close to a nightmare. And by the way, I kind of lost my voice as I've been in those roller coaster with a friend of mine and I had to yell so hard, so my voice might not sound as the usual one. As all of you know, I make many videos, but clearly I am mostly known for making Digimon content. I do have to say that the response I received from all of you was and is amazing. I receive comments daily, and quite frankly I am still really shocked that you guys came together on my little channel that is actually barely noticeable. But you guys came to me with positive, constructive feedback, for which I am so grateful. I really do love every single one of you. That is something you have to know. As all of you would know, there is another franchise that looks similar to Digimon but is not, and that franchise was compared on numerous occasions to Digimon, or maybe better said, the Digimon franchise was compared many times to it, and I'm talking about Pokemon. Certainly a franchise that is way more popular than Digimon, way more successful than Digimon. That is something we simply cannot deny. And to tell you the truth, the Pokemon world is certainly as interesting as the Digimon world. It is quite big and it harbors great mysteries that are definitely worth your time investment. In the past, I made a Pokemon versus Digimon comparison. I wanted to experiment a little bit to see how you guys would react. I compared certain aquatic Pokemon to certain aquatic Digimon, just in order to see whether Pokemon would have a certain chance of survival because, well, let us be fair with each other, many Digimon outclass Pokemon in strength. Sure, you can argue that it is not the case, and I really respect that, but I want to read those arguments. I really want you all to defend your favorite franchise. Ever since I began exploring the Digimon franchise, somewhere in my mind I have always felt that there was a certain need to really go deeper into those Digimon v Pokemon comparison videos, because I really feel that both franchises should be compared for numerous reasons. And let me give you a quick example. In the Explaining Betamon video, I received a comment of Chio Muoma that asked for a comparison between the Pokemon Arceus, or Arceus, I don't know how you guys name it, and the Digimon Chronomon. I could make many videos that could please both the Pokemon community and the Digimon community just by comparing what little aspect of both franchises. In another video, where I tried to explain how it was possible that Gatomon, a champion Digimon, could armor Digivolve, Andres Marrero wrote the following: I do appreciate and respect people trying to analyze and connect the scattered messy information into one structured world. It makes me wonder what could be if the Digimon and Pokemon franchises were to finally meet and fuse into one grand fantastical world. This is, however, a highly unrealistic dream. That comment did receive 14 likes, which is a lot. And yes, it is maybe an unrealistic dream, but so what? What if we try to fuse the worlds? What if we want to bring the worlds together? Why not theorize about it? I don't really think that a YouTuber really tried to take their time to do that. That is why I myself, a Digimon researcher, will act on behalf of the Digimon franchise and declare a war against the Pokemon community. And yes, you heard me well, I declare a war against the Pokemon community. And you know what is ironic? I once made the war announcement on the Nostalgia 95 community page, and I did get some support, but also some quote-unquote backlash. ShagGB1 wrote the following: there was a war between the Digimon community and the Pokemon community for years. Don't you think it's time to declare peace instead of war? Well, the truth is, I don't really know what war there really was between the two franchises. And also, for what war is being referred to, I was not involved. And I have a completely different approach, as my point is not to try and convince you all that a particular franchise is better than the other. That is really not how I work, and that is not at all the purpose of this war declaration. Andres Marrero wrote the following: one shouldn't declare war lightly, and I am frankly tired of people doing so, up on their high horse, thinking that their side wins by virtue of it being their side. I wish to bring the two sides together, and the only thing coming from such a thing is utter devastation on both sides. A world destroyed beyond repair and scars that will never heal. Punishments, self-inflicted, equal in terms. Drop the foolishness and accept that when all the chips are down, they are equal. Two sides of the same coin. You all have to know that I don't have the means nor the thought of destroying a franchise, even if I wrote on the title the concept war. No side will be left destroyed or harmed, or whatsoever. Listen guys, I grew up with both Digimon and Pokemon, even if I most certainly prefer Digimon. I grew up with Pokemon Season 1 and 2. I remember all the themes, the Pokemon, the stories. I mean, I played Pokemon Gold on the Game Boy and even bought a Game Boy once more because I just wanted to play it again. I wanted to experience once more why I really love Pokemon. Okay, I'm even subscribed to the channel False Swipe Gaming, a channel that looks at the history of an individual Pokemon in competitive games. Totally a channel you must watch if you love Pokemon. I will put a link in the description box. My love for Pokemon is the proof that I will not try to destroy anything or anyone. And let me tell you, the concept of war can be interpreted in so many ways. Sure, there is this ground-scale war with weapons causing many casualties and destruction, but there's also something as a war of ideas. It is an intellectual debate of people using other sources, experiences, theories, and more of those to defend their side. The purpose of me declaring a war against the Pokemon community is to challenge the Pokemon community to defend the Pokemon franchise on an intellectual level. I want to see what the Pokemon community really has to offer when it comes to defending their side on an intellectual way. Trust me, with such challenges, we could inspire the younger generation of developing a taste for everything that involves intellectuality. All it would take is to come with good arguments, and that way we could open up both the Digimon and Pokemon franchise and first of all, see how much they differ. Of course, at some point it might sound as if I hate the Pokemon franchise, as I will work as a villain. I will work as the devil's lawyer, but that's not hatred at all. I will just defend the Digimon side as I talk only about Digimon. But that is why I am counting on the Pokemon community to talk and express themselves like grown-ups and explain us their point of view. Now, of course, if they are capable of doing that. If they cannot, then I'll make sure to make things even more interesting. But I can already tell that the Digimon community I was able to create have this intellectual mindset, and for that I really appreciate it, and I expect the Pokemon community to be the same. So I want to bring both communities together. I am sure that after analyzing those differences, after everything is clear, it is going to be easier to see how we could make both franchises connect with one another. But for that we'll need to know the differences. You could see this war declaration as a necessary pseudo-war to make the franchises get along. And that is why in this series I'd like to take a special look at the differences, like for example the fan base, the success of the games, the inspiration behind Pokemon and Digimon, the universe, the individual Pokemon's ability in comparison to the individual Digimon's abilities, and more of those. I will open up a special playlist where I will place all the Digimon comparison videos. That way it's going to be easier for all of you to catch up on the newest and oldest videos. Pay attention, I did say Digimon comparison playlist. That means that you might find other franchises being compared to Digimon. I once made a video where I compared Goku with Omnimon, and you will see that same video in that playlist. That way it really is going to be much easier for all of you to catch up on the newest and the oldest videos. Again guys, on my side, I can only and will only defend the Digimon franchise, but I will, as I always do, ask you all to give your opinions before I even start working on the video. Those that have been with me for a while know how I work. You guys know that I always try to be in touch with all of you by reading your comments and by using them individually in the videos. Your comments are extremely important because you give us another point of view. And I will ask the same to the Pokemon community. That is why I'm asking you guys to subscribe, as you'd have more chances of seeing what I'll post in the community page, and thus you would know what my next video will be all about. See that moment as our brief opportunity to get together for a certain topic. We will all brainstorm and put our ideas together. Again, for all the Digimon versus Pokemon videos, go to the Digimon comparison playlist, a playlist dedicated to compare Digimon to not only Pokemon but also other franchises. Let us work together to bring both the Pokemon and Digimon franchises along with other franchises.